Jeremy was a Victorian Railways J-class locomotive. He was built by the Victorian Railways in March of 1954. He was a mixed traffic locomotive, which means he can pull both passenger and freight trains. But the most thing he loves to do is pull passenger trains and likes to show off his old vintage black livery and red smoke reflectors. One morning, Jeremy and another locomotive were taking a goods train down to Lilydale. Amy was waiting in the yards when both Jeremy and the locomotive arrived into the yards. Oh, good morning, Jeremy. And who may this be?
Good morning, Amy. I am glad you asked. This is my best friend Carl, the leader of the oil burners.
Oh, hello, Carl. Welcome to the Healesville branch.
G'day, Amy. It's very nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Oh, you have heard of me? How?
I heard there was a little engine that once derailed a couple of months ago outside of Footscray. And I'm guessing you were the one who was involved in the accident. Is that so?
Yeah, that was a terrible accident, but I tried to forget it, so then I don't have bad luck every day.
Well, that's a good thing. You know, it kind of reminds me of my one accident when
Alright, now if we're done talking, I think it's time we refuel. Where do you want this freight train, Amy?
Oh, just leave those trucks there, Jeremy. You guys can go on ahead and refuel. In the meantime, UV should be on his way delivering another freight train for you two to take back to Melbourne.
Alright, we'll go do that, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
So Jeremy and Carl went off to go refuel with coal, water, and oil. After being filled up and turned around on the turntable, both Jeremy and Carl met up outside the water tower. They were about to discuss a conversation when all of a sudden, Amy pulled up alongside them to give them an urgent message. Guys, there's been an emergency!
An emergency? What's wrong, Amy?
I just got a message from Mr. Johnson. UV broke down outside of Yering Station.
Oh no! Poor Yuvi! We must help him. Isn't that right, Carl?
Yeah, Jeremy, let's go save that bloke.
Good luck, brave heroes. And with no time at all, both Jeremy and Carl went off down the line to go save UV. As both Jeremy and Carl were getting closer, they could see UV in the distance, and he wasn't looking too happy at all. UV just broke down just right outside Yering Station after overheating his engine when he thought he was actually running late with Jeremy and Carl's next goods train, which was a log train that was bound for Melbourne. He wasn't feeling so well, that his engine was very hot, that no one could even touch it to fix it. So he had to be towed back to Newport to be repaired.
Oh dear. Yuvi, what happened?
Oh, hey there, Jeremy. I overheated my engine when I was pulling your next train, 'cause I thought I was running late, so I tried to get myself to Lilydale as quickly as I could, but I was wrong. So now here I am with an overheated engine, and I really need a tow to Newport workshops.
Don't worry, Yuvi. That's why we are here to save you.
Oh, thank you, Jeremy. And who's this you have here?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yuvi, this is my friend Carl, the leader of the oil burners. Carl, this is Yuvi, Healesville branch's freight hauler.
G'day, UV. It's great to finally meet you.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you, Carl.
Thank you very much.
Whew.
Now let's get you off the main line so we don't cause any disruptions. Jeremy, Carl, and Yubi arrived into Lilydale Station safe and sound. But then a decision had to be made. Both Jeremy and Carl had the choice of either to stay behind and help out with the freight duties, or take the train to Melbourne and Yubi to Newport workshops. Jeremy decided to stay on the branch line to help out with the freight duties, while Carl would take the rest of the train to Melbourne and drop off Yubi at Newport workshops for serious repairs. Jeremy became quite a common sight on the branch line, and that also brought the attention of the other engines, which gave them a shock when he arrived into Healesville Station. Oh, hello, Jeremy. I wasn't expecting to see you pull in with the goods train.
Oh, hey, Victor. Yeah, Yuvi broke down at Earing after overheating his engine, so he's being transferred to Newport workshops for repairs. But he won't be back until the end of the week.
Oh, poor Yuvi. Well, at least with you here for a week or so, I guess now you're gonna start becoming quite a rare sight on the line.
No way. You sure?
Yep, I'm pretty sure. There's gonna be a lot of rail enthusiasts going to see you. And like what Victor said, Jeremy would become a quite rare sight on the line. Many rail enthusiasts came far and wide to see Jeremy pulling freight trains in action, which also caught the attention of a photographer from the Gippslands to see Jeremy in action pulling a maintenance train one morning. And for the rest of the week, Jeremy would handle all the goods work successfully, delivering all goods supplies to Healesville and even dropping off supplies at Lilydale, where engines picked up their loads and take them to different cities and towns around Australia. Soon, the week was almost over, and Jeremy's last job was to take a long line of coal trucks down to Lilydale, where an engine would pick it up to take it to Ballarat. He was just talking to Mr. Walker when...
Oh dear. Looks like a storm is coming. I'd better get this coal to Lilydale immediately.
Now hold your horses there, Jeremy. A storm is not like any other storm. According to the broadcast, it says there's going to be a lot of heavy rain, a lot of heavy winds, and a lot of thunder and lightning. I remember from my experience when I was at Yarra Glen, when I broke down that one time. The wind was pushing me from behind. I felt myself slipping. And when the wind was blowing from the side of me, I could feel myself nearly tipping over. And according to my knowledge, I think it was probably over 150 kilometers an hour. Although it may not be that strong to push an engine this heavy, but surely it did.
Wow, that must have been scary for you.
Yeah, it was quite scary, but hey, at least I'm still around. Now, just listen here, Jeremy. With the wet weather, it can cause the tracks to be slippery. So take extra care while you're taking that coal train, okay?
Alright, Mr. Walker, I'll be careful. Nice catching up with you, by the way. See ya.
Alright, I'll see you around. Take care.
Almost there. Just a few more kilometers to go. Huh? That's strange. I wonder why the voice was set this way. Oh my god!
Oh my god. How's Jeremy doing, Constable?
He's doing well. Jeremy only suffered a few scratches and dents after he hit the ground. All we have to do is put him back on the tracks, and then my assistant will transport him to Newport Workshops for repairs.
Well, at least that's really good news. And we're also worried about Yuvi. We haven't seen him for like a week. Do we even know if he's ever gonna come back?
Ah, yes. We have had some reports from Newport that UV should be on his way back right now. Ah, here he comes now.
Hey everybody! I'm back from Newport Workshops. Oh, hello Constable RT. What are you doing here? And what's going on?
Welcome back, Hughie. We are currently undergoing an investigation at the moment. It's Jeremy. He derailed after hitting some buffers at black sidings due to the rain causing the rails to be slippery, and the signaller at Lilydale accidentally switching the points. But the good news is he's doing well and only had a few scratches and dents, and all he needs to do is be re-railed and transferred to Newport Workshops for some repairs.
Oh dear. Poor Jeremy. Well, at least he's alright then. That's good news.
Here goes my assistant with Jeremy.
Officer T reporting for duty, sir!
Officer T, status report.
Status report, sir. Track in good condition. J-class back on track. Water tank back on track. Buffers fixed up. And coal awaiting pickup, sir.
Excellent. Well, we must be off now.
Actually, Constable, can you give me a few minutes?
Alright, I'll give you a few minutes.
Thank you, Constable. Well, guys, I can't thank you guys enough for all the hard work I've put in to keep this branch line going, and I hope to come back and help out again once I've been repaired and back in service. Alright, Constable, I'm ready to head to Newport Workshops.
And so, Jeremy was sent off to Newport Workshops to be repaired. He would return to service in a couple of days, and return to freight work. He would be back on the Healesville branch again sometime.